Here is Linguista. This year started with a very fascinating thing, ChatGPT. It claims to be able to teach you a foreign language. Me, being a foreign language teacher myself, was of course worried if I will still have my job. So I will give it a try. Is it really so good as it claims? Let's see. As a language teacher, you have to do following things. You have to explain the grammar, you have to provide exercises, and you have to correct your students' answers. So let's try the ChatGPT on those 3 points. We will start with explaining grammar. I chose German language as the most conservative and logical, so it's not too difficult as, for example, French or English or Russian. So, German today. My first question would be explain accusative in German language. That is something that you learn on your very second meeting with a real teacher. And let's see if you will understand something. Okay, we got the answer. As I can see, it's not a bad one. You will understand the main functions of accusative. Of course, it's not helping to memorize it, but anyway, everything is correct. Let's try it on a more complicated one. Okay, we got the answer. It's a very interesting answer. If you look at the example, it's a hilarious one. So just for that, you will have to use that. But coming to the point, it's not correct because the question was explain me the replacement forms of passive voice, and I got the explanation of what is passive voice. Of course, it's not so frustrating. Perhaps we could get a better answer with the regenerate response, but you have to know that it's not a good one. So on that point, I would say not so good. The second task that you have to fulfill as a teacher is to provide students with the exercises. So let's see if it can make a proper exercise to practice my grammar. Okay, we got our result. I would say it's 1.5 out of 3. If you take the first exercise, absolutely correct. That's what I'm doing for my students in my classes. The second one is also not so bad because the translation is always good, but she helps the young woman. If you just learn the accusative, you're screwed because that's a dative. So that's a grammarly wrong one. Third one is absolutely not understandable. Rewrite the following sentences in the passive voice using the accusative case. I don't know. Accusative is already in the sentence, and as an answer is also something completely not suitable, not referring to what we had as a task. So the third one is absolutely so not so good. I wouldn't rely on those exercises and even less on the answers. And the third one is correcting the students' papers. So let's give it a try and let's make the ChatGPT correct one sentence. Let's just retake the one it gave us, make some mistakes, and see if it can find them. Okay, we got our result. Not so bad. Perhaps it's not so fair to try it on the sentences that were given by itself, but I must say it corrected all of the mistakes I made. So we gave the ChatGPT the three tasks, and I would say it's 50-50. So you can't rely completely on the ChatGPT in the questions of grammar, and you can't rely on it for the exercises, so that you should do by the real teacher. But in the next videos, I will show you how you could still use it to practice your new language. Thank you for watching the video, and I wish you a lovely day.